Hey fishies, welcome back to our channel. This is another speed paint. I know a couple of the characters that we've talked about I didn't quite know much about, but this one I have a few more fond memories of. This week's character is Kirby. And one of my favorite Kirby games that I remember was Kirby's Air Ride on the Nintendo GameCube. You know, I don't know how many of you guys were like super into GameCube, but that was also like the first console I played Super Smash Bros. On. It was called Melee back then, and then it went to Brawl, and now it is Smash Ultimate. There was probably a couple more in between there, but those are the ones that I paid attention to. Kirby's Air Ride was a pretty fun adventure. It was kind of like an open world version of Mario Kart, but with Kirby and really cute different cars. I remember there were a couple of like ones I would favorite over the others. Some were just really cute, like there were multiple like unicycles with like angry eyes, and I remember I really liked the design of the Shadow Star, which was basically just bat wings on an arrowhead in the color purple. There was another one that basically looked like a peppermint patty with like 3 balls going around it. And another one that like looked like an ice cream truck. So there was a lot of variety in there, but there was also just, you know, the cliche original star that he is so iconic with. That was one of the main ones that I played. It was one of the first games that we got on the GameCube when I don't even remember how old I was. It's not the first one though. The first one was Lego Star Wars, but you know, that doesn't really apply here. But I had a lot of fun with my brothers. You know, that way my older brother is very into collecting game consoles and video games and that sort of thing. Which I wasn't really as into, but I've enjoyed them a lot more, you know, since being married and being able to enjoy new things with my husband, which Kirby's Air Ride is one game I would definitely like to get a hold of again, just to, you know, relive the nostalgia, which I guess is, you know, kind of a cliche reason to do something, but, you know, you gotta enjoy what you enjoy. And then I do really enjoy with the current, or you know, all the forms of Kirby in Smash Bros. They kept his, you know, cliche costume hats, like of what I can remember of the like few Kirby games that I had, like most of his were pretty simple. Like he had the spike hat and the flame hat, like a tornado hat. And so I just think it's pretty cute that he gets those power-ups with all the different characters, and it's fun. Or, you know, I still don't think I've seen all of the hats that Kirby has through Smash Ultimate, so I'm still kind of curious about some of them, but I always find it fun to, you know, see the new hats and just how cute they are. Kirby just has a really cute character design. I mean, it's so simple. He is literally just a pink puffball with a hammer. It's a very simple design. I mean, I did see someone like make a fan Funko of Kirby. That was kind of disturbing though. It is like literally just the shape of a Funko head with 2 eyes and red shoes. It was a little bit odd. And then the character that I've drawn in this costume today his name is Bonkie. He's just a cute kind of shy nerd, so I think this very well fits him. I could definitely see him wearing this just casually. And I think the pose is just very cute. It kind of like recaptures the shape of Kirby, especially with like the hood being so oversized. It like it gives that feeling of, you know, the cliche scene of Kirby eating his enemies. And I know my brother would often main Kirby in like Smash games, which I think anyone who mains Kirby is just a little bit insane, but you know, that's okay. It just takes a lot to be able to, you know, enjoy that versatility, I guess. But it also allows you to, you know, have more variety in your moveset than any other character, really. Another Kirby game that I remember playing, this one was on the Wii. It was the Kirby's Epic Yarn. I think my favorite part of that was just seeing all the transformations that way. Like, I think my favorite was the cute little UFO he turns into. I mean, I always just did it with my brother, so I was always player 2. I think his name was Prince Fluff, and he was basically a blue Kirby with big eyebrows. But, you know, most of the characters in Kirby are just Kirby with different designs. I mean, you can fight me on that, I don't really mind. But, like a couple other of the transformations, like there was a cute little train and like a tank. And like I think there was a rocket ship too. And one of the ones you could just casually do was like a car. You know, I remember there was probably like a big portion of our gameplay that was just ramming each other with like yarn cars, because, you know, that's just casual siblinghood. And I don't know, I enjoy the whimsy and the innocence of Kirby in general. He's just a little pink fluff ball of occasional destruction, which I like just how simple that is. It allows for, you know, creative liberties and things like this. One thing I thought was really fun with this design was like my choice in the red canvas shoes. I mean, I have a pair of red Converse shoes that I love to pieces, and they have definitely seen their days in the sun. I think they're like a little bit faded, and they're definitely not white anymore. But I like the classic look of Converse shoes. I thought it would very much add to the character as well as just the personality of the person in the costume. And I very much enjoy the fact that I get to do all these, you know, big art projects with my husband. And I don't think I would be able to start such a big project as the one I'm working on right now with you guys if not for him. Because I don't know about you, but I get distracted and overwhelmed, and, you know, doing an entire Smash mural of random characters in costumes that I kind of have to design, but don't necessarily have to design. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the tails, so that's just kind of thrown in there now. It's a last minute addition. Looks like a cute little rabbit tail. But anyways, as I was saying, I don't think I would have the motivation to do all of these pieces and to stay so regular on it if not for my husband's help. And just keeping me, you know, moving forward. Because there's like over 100 characters in Smash. That's like a lot. And there's been quite a few different art projects that I don't know, they're just so big and so scary, and I just don't know if I can do all of them. So it's nice to have someone by my side to, you know, help with the process and kind of cheer me on with it. And as you can see, I'm going right now, I'm kind of have a different shading process that you'll see along the way. Granted, I didn't really like how that pink showed up, so we went with a slightly darker purple. I found that, you know, filtering it and just clearing out what is not shadowed just helps me shade better, because it's easier to think about my lights that way. And I just really like the depth of, you know, being able to change the hues and keep all my patterns together without having to fully shade on everything. And I enjoy the fact that I'm, you know, learning new processes along the way and figuring out the best ways to do these things. And, you know, feel free to give me any pointers or anything in the comments if you know any better than I do. But, you know, it's a process for everybody. But I love how this piece turned out. Just, you know, how the character looks and shading and just everything about it. I feel like this one turned out really well. I'm excited for ones to come. I don't entirely know which ones are gonna come exactly next, and I probably shouldn't tell you because I'm sure you guys enjoy the surprise. There's still a couple slots open. Feel free to reach out if you're interested in being part of this rather large art project. And I'd love to meet new people also. If you're interested, I do just do commissions if you're ever interested in getting custom art. I'd love to meet you. Feel free to reach out. But I definitely just, I enjoy seeing something come out of nothing. I enjoy watching a blank canvas turn into something. Though, you know, there's always going to be the anxiety of what if I mess up. I remember as a kid just being like so anxious about using new art supplies because I was like, I don't want to ruin them or use them on stupid things. But I do like digital for the sake of the fact that I'm not wasting any materials other than maybe some space in my computer. So it allows me the freedom to experiment and try new things without worrying about running out of paint or other things. In that general genre, I definitely, I've seen lots of ups and downs in my art. Some of my very first digital arts with my tablet are pretty atrocious and will never see the light of day because I didn't even realize that I had different brushes. I don't know if I told you guys, when I first downloaded this program, all of my brushes were in Japanese. So I had no clue what did what. For some odd reason, it sorted itself out later, and I was able to, you know, easier experiment without being like, okay, I gotta name this and figure out what they were supposed to be doing as I was trying to figure it out. But I think I'm at a pretty good place. And like I said, I really love Kirby and just his versatility, and I want to know down below what your guys' favorite Kirby costumes are, or if you guys had any like experience with Kirby's Air Ride, and if so, what your favorite cars were in that. I think probably for my favorite Smash Bros. Kirby. That's a really hard decision. I mean, I want to say one of my favorites was like the cliche, like Link Kirby with like the Master Sword and the hat. But also like the Charizard one with like itty bitty wings is pretty cute too. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. But don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know your favorite Kirby costumes. It can be from Smash or any other game, and if you want to be part of this art, just again let us know. Either comment, reach out on the community tab, or go to our Twitter. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for coming by. Have a great rest of your day.